Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your reading for the week of December 6th to 12th of 2021. Okay, so, it just feels like an amazing week in store, and we don't even know that yet. The cards aren't out and whatever, but it just feels good. It feels, not necessarily exciting, but it feels clean and fresh when I feel into that. Okay, let's hope for that. We'll see. Let's see what the angels are going to give us as messages. Okay, almost there. Well, half the cards are out. Okay. So there's been a lot of energy, of course, of Christmas coming through in all the readings this time. And certainly it's getting closer. We're anticipating it. Some people are not anticipating it, or they're dreading it, or, things like that. Sometimes we've learned from the past that maybe it's always filled with drama or filled with things that we don't necessarily want, filled with disappointments. And so right now, angels are saying that they want us to be aware of how we feel about that. If we're expecting to be disappointed, then we will be. If there's something that we would like to be different, we can change it. Whether that's an inside job or whether that's an external, the actual activities, or whether the way we feel about it. It's up to us, and we're the only ones who can change that. Okay, so let's see what the messages are for us this week. Okay, it looks pretty good here. Okay, get outside, get some fresh air, get some walks out in nature, observe the trees, hear the birds, all that cool stuff. If you live in a place where it is, good weather to do this, go barefoot, lay on the ground. Really, just feel what's going on in the air, in nature, see things, whatever color they are, and smell them. It's awesome. So awesome. Really, really connect in that way, because that rejuvenates you, it gets you, to begin with, it gets you moving. And so, that little bit of movement really, really helps your body and your mind feel better. And so, the more we can communicate with nature, it feels like, in all ways, like they're showing me trees and ground and animals and birds and things like that. They're also showing me if what you have is water, then that's great. And if you have mountains, if you have prairies, if you have whatever you have, commune with that. Because that is, you resonate with that. And that fills you up. Okay, so they're also saying use nature as your sounding board. So I don't know if I've talked about this with you or not, but there's a thing where you go outside and you go somewhere that nobody can see you and nobody can hear you, and you are only in nature. And anything that's been bugging you, anything that's getting to you, anything that's building up inside of you, let it out. Yell, scream, stomp your feet, swear, give somebody heck. Be a volcano and just let it all spew. Just bleh, all that stuff. Let it out. And nature transmutes that. They hear it, they see it, they feel it. It's nasty stuff that comes out sometimes. But nature just flips it around and changes it to neutral so that there is no harm can be done from it. And do that before you become a pressure cooker. Yeah, it's time. It's time to do that. Okay. All right. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from outside of yourself. clairaudience, using your hearing sense. What are people saying? They don't have to be saying it directly to you. It's just you could hear it on the radio, you could overhear somebody having a conversation, but what are people saying? And these are messages for you. This is partly how the universe, the guardian angels, everybody communicates with you. And so it feels like, the hearing sense is only one of four. And so this may be your main sense of how you receive your messages. It may be one that is fairly weak for you. Either way, allow it to work and notice those messages because they are definitely for you. Just hear what's going on. It's a time to talk less and listen more. Okay. All right. See what people aren't saying. That's what they're just saying to me too. What they're saying, but they're not saying it out loud. Or not directly to you. Something like that. It's like reading between the lines. Okay. All right. Your daughter. Your beautiful daughter. She is so awesome. Just spend a little time talking to her, hearing what she has to say, asking how she's doing, just loving her, just be with her. Just this is a very heart-centered thing. It's emotional. I just want to cry. I just want to love her and hug her. Just let her help you. Let her help you, not in any specific way, just by being her own self, and just by communicating with her. That's so beautiful. Heart to heart is how that feels. Be heart to heart with her. Yeah. Okay. And this brings peace. All of this so far, letting all that pressure off, being in nature, allowing that to fill you up, being with your daughter, spending time with her, loving her, and being loved by her in turn, right? And like all this, all the hearing, all the everything, all of it conspires to bring peace. Oh, it's like, great big breath and lets everything just go smooth like glass, like water that's smooth like glass. That's how that feels. It's like everything's just going. Oh, let it be peaceful. Let it be peaceful. You will so enjoy that. Love that. There's a business venture that you're involved in. It's going pretty well, is how this feels. For some of you, you're just beginning, you're just researching, you're just thinking about doing this. It's going fairly well. And it will go well, like keep going, keep doing it. There's a way things can be different. It's like upgrading, kind of. It's like, you can't even call it upgrading because what's happening right now is just fine. But it's a slightly different way of doing things that will just improve everything. That's as specific as they're being. But you have these beautiful ideas, and you can't act on all of them because you have so many. But pick one, and let it be. Not really the whole focus. That's not what they're saying. Let it be a little change, an addition, something like that. Add to it, but in a nice, gentle way. Like this doesn't increase your tasks. It's easy. It fits right in. It's a nice flow. Okay, that's what that feels like. This business venture. You're very much an entrepreneur. And so all the ideas that you have, it's hard to discern which one is going to be the best one, right? And so in the past, you've tried to act on all of them, do them all, and you just can't. There isn't enough of you to go around, right? And so the key then is to just figure out which one you want to do most. It's not figuring out which one you think will do the best. It's which one you want to do the most. Okay, all right. And you already know what to do. This is a situation, it's partly to do with that business, I think. But it's a situation that has come up in the past that that you're considering all of that. What is this, and how to deal with it, and things like that. So even though right now it's not at the forefront, it's something that you have the time right now to consider it, to talk about it, to think through what would be the next steps and things like that. And it is a further development, right? This is kind of an ongoing process, but you already know what to do. So there really isn't very much, deciding kind of to do about it. It's only just the action to do now. It's like kind of like the final step, and then, okay, let's just do this. Okay, all right. So now we have the daily guidance cards, and let's see what's one last bit of wisdom. The law of attraction, as always, right? The law of attraction determines so much, almost everything. What you focus upon is what you will get. So watch what you're focusing upon. Make sure it's what you want that you're thinking about. Okay, and get into the nitty-gritty of all the details of that, and really feel it. Really feel it. It's the feeling sense that truly brings it quicker. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Thank you so much. I appreciate very much that you're here. And I want you to know that I love you. And I will see you next week.